EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down, setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Caught Eifert over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about time play?
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
At the 44-yard line.
They run. Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. LaVisca Chenault with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Foles going to lead the Bears to the line. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they...
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never brought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Not easy for Nick Foles and the Bears now. 3rd and long after the sack.
On play action, they'll throw.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the top speed he attained there, according to Next Gen Stats, 21.3 miles per hour.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. There's Foles. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Foles. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Foles. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. These two teams all tied after 1. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. On 3rd down, it's Robinson, and he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Jaguars' 6-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Cordero Patterson. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he gets it up past the 35. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They'll run it now with Robinson. They find some open field here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll run here with Robinson. And he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
James Robinson.
Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Foles with a completion there. And he, of course, the starting quarterback on opening day for Jacksonville a season ago, wound up hurting his shoulder in that game and making only 4 starts last season, all losses. He was then traded to Chicago for a 4th-round pick back in March.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears.
Touchdown.
Allen Robinson. As the first half is winding down. And the Bears have broken the tie.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
Santos with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 27.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll throw now on the final play. Forced out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Morgan Burnett. And they're going to set. Shot at the 40-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 35-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Robinson.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And Eifert has it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Cordero Patterson had the 2nd fastest play of 2019. He hit 22.23 miles an hour on a touchdown run, and he found a top gear here as well.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Patterson. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut. And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Chicago Bears are in the end zone. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now. Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle. You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it? So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Minshew. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion. Throwing on 2nd and long. Minshew. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Again, Minshew looking to throw. Flush to his right.
Throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted.
Picked off inside the 10. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran deep
touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now again, right side. Robinson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 35-yard line.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
At the 34-yard line.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. The open man is Westbrook. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. It'll be Minshew again. He's got it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Lambo on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Bears 35. Jaguars 28.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And that is incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Buying time to his left. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Patterson on the carry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front. So, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordero Patterson with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
The score, Bears 42, Jaguars 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
Their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They'll run on 1st down. Robinson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a give right side. It's Robinson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move him off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off at the 39. Past the 20. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Minshew sets to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And he was looking for James Robinson out of the backfield.
And it's 3rd and 4.
And 4.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. And Robinson with a big catch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Jaguars, first down.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So that one will be accepted. Out of the gun is Minshew. Flushed out right. And a dump off here to Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
25-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin.